I think just because he's your MP, you're fixing it for him, man.
Well, Nandini is the pride of Karnataka. Who better a judge in democracy than public themselves?
But what will happen in last 4 years?
4 years it has developed a lot.
What happened?
Namaskara.
See, very smartly, I see you're also campaigning simultaneously, huh? Why are you bringing dessert before you bring me breakfast?
I hope you're not those who eats dosa with spoon and fork.
No.
Indians.
Tejasvi Surya,
Hi,
welcome
morning,
to
Rahul.
Jumping Back.
Welcome to Bangalore.
Nice to see you on the football field early in the morning. I see
you,
you
Rahul.
take fitness seriously.
I try to, but I've kind of lost some touch with football. I've been running and cycling though recently.
I read somewhere you completed an Ironman challenge.
Last time,
What,
in
70 odd
Goa,
kilometers?
90 kilometers of cycling. I did a half Ironman cycling relay. So yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, but it's
So,
good
but-
to
but
see an Indian
You play a lot
Neta.
of sports.
Well, you're completing 90 kilometers of cycling. That's like pretty serious. Are you being able to keep up given your campaigning and the hectic schedule that you have?
On and off the last few months, like I said, haven't been very regularly and consistent. Just shows that I'm getting out of breath as well. But that's the thing, whether it's sport or anything, consistency is the key. And maybe once the elections are over, I'll be able to squeeze in more time.
Come, let's see you take a few penalties and see how it goes.
Come.
I think these guys are fixing it for you. Is that how close you take the penalty from? Yeah, I'm telling you, Tejasvi,
Oh,
these guys are fixing it for
no
you, boss.
idea.
I think just because he's
Yeah.
your MP, you're fixing it for him, man. Hey, they're like bringing the ball like really close to the goal. Okay, let's see.
Here we go.
Yeah, let's go.
Wow, that was a good one, Rahul.
Although I'm suspicious that because this is your team, they're bringing the ball really close to the goal.
Okay,
huh?
now I'm going to take this further away. I hope you don't make false allegations anymore like the Congress.
This match looks a bit
So-
fixed here.
See?
Not
Oh, that was
bad,
a good
Tejasvi,
split.
well done.
By the way, thank you.
Who's your favorite footballer?
It was Ronaldo as long as he was,
You can't. In the
Actively.
election, you can't be kicking all over like that. Huh? That's a dangerous kick in an election. What's your favorite sport, Tejasvi?
I love football.
I thought you'd say politics.
Politics isn't a sport, it's not a game. It's very serious mission in service of people, Rahul.
Do you feel in this election that the BJP is a few goals down?
Not at all. The 13th of May, you will see the scoreboards ticking and we will be right up there forming the government. That's what the 13th of May is going to look like, Rahul.
This was fun.
Thank you.
It's good to see you guys play. And sorry for busting your game. These guys
Bye
are
Abhi,
like
bye Syed. See you.
serious players. They're like, ये कहाँ से आ गए बीच में हमारी game खराब करने के लिए.
Why don't I take you to a Nandini booth and have some,
Why can't we go to an Amul booth?
because Nandini is the best here. It's quality wise better, it's also cheaper, and it's the pride of Karnataka, Rahul.
No, but
you
why
will agree with
can't-
me when you taste Nandini milk right now.
Come, let's go. So you're calling this the pride of Karnataka, Tejasvi?
Absolutely. ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ ಸರ್ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದ್ದೀರಾ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ ಸರ್ ಎರಡು ಕೋಲ್ಡ್ ಹಾಲು ಕೊಡಿ ಅಣ್ಣ
What's your favorite over here?
this is the badam milk
Badam.
which is one of their best. Rahul, this is another signature Nandini sweet.
Which one is it?
This is called Nandini Bite.
No, why can't it be my decision to choose what I want to have? I mean, maybe I wanted an Amul buttermilk this morning.
Amul is already selling in Karnataka. So is Milma. So is Arokya. So is Heritage. So are all of these brands that originally hail from Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Telangana. This whole issue, Rahul, is one that was manufactured. It was given a twist by the Congress as though Nandini is going to be subsumed into Amul, and that henceforth it's going to be only Amul and Nandini is going to be closed. This was the kind of fear mongering. Even in Karnataka, you will find all of these brands competing with each other, but the reason why Nandini is beating everybody else hollow is because the quality of the milk
because
is
you
so
also
good.
give it a subsidy, it's cheaper. The
It's-
government subsidizes it.
Because it's the livelihood for a great number of farmers in Karnataka, and it's a profit-making cooperative in the state. Since the BJP came to power here in Karnataka, the revenue of Nandini has soared, and it's almost 10,000 crore. So the volumetric sale has gone up, the product basket has gone up, the sales have gone up. By creating an issue of this kind, the Congress party is indeed hurting Nandini. And I'll give you an example. Why? About 15 to 20% of Nandini's turnover, Nandini's profit, comes from its out of Karnataka sales. Because
No, but other states could push back against
is what
this.
is happening right now.
So then?
So Kerala is saying, we are not going to allow for Nandini in Kerala because our own brand Milma is suffering. So this was a non-existent issue until the Congress raked it up.
Until you scored a self-goal.
What self-goal?
Because Amul announced in the middle of an election that they want to come here, and you kind of gave the Congress
Amul
an
came
issue on a
inside-
platter.
Rahul, Amul came inside Karnataka for the first time in 2017.
Correct.
When Siddaramaiah was the chief minister. So if at all the issue of Amul entering into Karnataka for the first time had to be created, it was supposed to be in 2017. The Congress themselves allowed the entry of Amul for the first time into Karnataka. So this whole issue that Amul tried to come into Karnataka for the first time and it was facilitated, so to say, by the BJP in the state is wrong, both in spirit as well as on facts. Rahul Gandhi was here recently, and this whole newfound love that the Congress has towards Nandini, in expression of that, he came to Nandini booth and said Nandini is the pride of Karnataka. While in his electoral state of Kerala, Nandini was being pushed back. So my request to both Rahul Gandhi, the now disqualified MP from Kerala, as well as the Congress party is, if you really love Nandini so much, why don't you facilitate its smooth sales in Kerala and other states, where now we are facing pushback for the first time? Why is milk an issue of division among people? We are confident that Nandini is capable of fighting any competition, whether it's here in the domestic market or whether it is internationally, because the quality of the produce, the quality of our products is world class, and unnecessarily creating division on the basis of religion, on the basis of caste, and now on the basis of even milk is something that the state is seeing for the first time, and the Congress will pay a very heavy price for this.
So what do you want to have?
Well, I had the badam milk. This is my favorite. This is another thing. You must also try the Nandini Peda, which is the trademark. In Mysore Paka idu. Nandini Peda kodi. One box e kottbidi ತಗೊಂಡು ಹೊರಟೋಗಿ. ಆ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಪೇಡ ಕೊಡಿ. White peda. Yes. No, ಇದು ಕೊಡಿ. This is a small gift from our end to India Today and your team, Rahul. This is
Eat
Nandini's-
it. Let's see.
Yes. But
First play football, then eat peda. Here you go. Thanks. You also go for it. Good thing is very fresh, right?
absolutely. ಈ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ನವರು ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ನಂದಿನಿ ಅಮೂಲ್
ಮಾತಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ ಏನಿದೆ ಮಾತಾಡಕ್ಕೆ
What's he saying?
He's saying the Congress has no issue left. Thank you, Yajmane.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
ಏನು ಸಮಾಚಾರ ಅಣ್ಣ? So Rahul, this is Agara Lake, one of the largest water bodies of South Bangalore.
But most lakes in Bengaluru have been in the news for completely the wrong reason. Encroachments, frothing. And this used to be Lake City at one point in time. Now these lakes are one of Bengaluru's biggest embarrassment.
I do not fully agree with what you are saying, Rahul, because even now you will be able to see how beautiful this Agara Lake is and how well kept this lake is. In fact,
No, but this
our,
could well be the exception. You've
no,
just
not at all.
picked this lake because this looks the way it does.
Not at all. I have picked this lake
I've
because
seen
this is in
images
my
on television.
constituency.
We can play some on our screen right now. Some of
Rahul,
Bengaluru's lakes have just so much froth coming out. There's
All
so much
of these
chemicals.
issues that you mentioned, I will bring screenshots and news coverage of India Today from 2017 and 2018 when Congress was in power in the state. That's when the Bengaluru Lake caught fire, there was frothing.
It's been happening on your watch also, sir.
Sir,
a lot of
please
the
tell
frothing
when.
images. Why just a little,
2021, the Bengaluru Lake, there was a fire incident.
Correct.
Because some miscreants created some fire, they lit a few, garbage that was next to the lake. But it wasn't the frothing and the lake itself lake bed catching fire the way it took place in 17 and 18. The reason for this improvement is that under our government, we have spent hundreds of crores in Bengaluru to develop and the infrastructure around the lakes, desilt all of these lakes. Even under the Amrut Nagarothana scheme, 75 lakes in Bengaluru are selected. This is also one of the lakes where Satish Reddy went to great pains to desilt the lake, create this walking track, reclaim the land that was
But many of the new buildings and compartments are actually built on lake beds, which is why when it floods, the rainwater has no place to go.
See, these are definitely issues and
No,
challenges.
but what's your
Rahul.
plan to fix those?
So-
because these areas already built, most of them are built by builders who also happen to be politicians. Big money is being paid to politicians. Now you're not going to change the situation.
Rahul, this is a legacy problem. This is a serious issue. And once this whole Bengaluru Lake and the outer ring road flooding issue took place, last year, the government went on an overdrive on clearing all of these big buildings, these residential and commercial buildings which were built encroaching lake lands. This was very seriously dealt with. And even as we speak,
No, but a lot of it is
3,000
just
crore rupees.
status quo because
No, not
it is
at all,
the
not
way.
at all.
Because those buildings have already been
Rahul,
built.
Those buildings have been cleared. Many have been demolished, and many more. The courts have, stayed, and the matter is in process. And once the orders will be removed, the stay orders will be vacated. Those buildings will also meet the same fate. They will be demolished as well. There was encroachment. There was polluted water that would come. Even this lake was frothing just a few years ago, and you see the transformation now. And the other thing is, Rahul, in Bangalore, the lakes are an interconnected chain. So
Or used to be an interconnected.
to a great extent, we have been trying to revive this whole thing. Encroachment done by whosoever, whether it is done by a politician from the BJP or the Congress, it's a crime on the city. The government is very serious about preventing this issue. Who better a judge in democracy than public themselves?
Is it getting worse? Is it getting slightly better?
Only one thing I don't like is that they put fencing here. Earlier it was totally open, but if you think about the improvement, it's a lot. Earlier there was
Because
no
the general
even-
impression of Bengaluru lakes is all the froth, the chemicals.
No, I didn't see. There's some bad smell at end of the lake, but that's because they are cleaning it, I guess. But
No, you don't have to be diplomatic just because your MP is here.
no,
you
nothing
can
like
just.
diplomatic and all. And they believe, I guess, the free speech. Right? I'm just freely
Yeah, of
expressing
course.
myself. Okay, that's all. Like my father-in-law is kind of congressman, and my mama is like a BJP. So it's a mix in my family.
Who are you?
I just vote whichever I see development, right? So I go back to my Pelgam and see where development is. If it stay, like,
So you're on the fence.
yeah.
But he doesn't like
Swing.
fences.
Swing voter. On the fence, who doesn't like fences? So what are the issues you'd want netas to focus on which you think aren't being focused on?
So see, the parks are well built, but now our responsibility to maintain morning and all. So if there is some facility to park and all, that will be much better.
What do you not like?
No. I'm more than that. I think what we have developed in last 4-5 years is excellent.
But
It's
what
just
will happen in last 4 years?
4 years it has developed a lot.
What happened?
No, you
No, what
take our-
happened? What development will happen? Tell me.
You think it hasn't developed?
Nothing happened.
Nothing happened. Why nothing
Just,
happened?
I'll tell you.
just these things happen. Just these things happen. There is just 6 months after they put some instrument. Just 6 months before.
These kinds of stuff I have been seeing here for quite some time. Right. I don't know why it's taking too long to construct these kinds of stuff, like these kinds of places.
Yeah, park is doing well, but only thing main concern is toilets. Toilets are very, very worst and all. Because somebody, so even if it is put as a paid, people are ready to pay. It is very, very worst and all. That actually needs to be done, and nowhere we will get the water.
One of the biggest problems of Bengaluru is the wretched traffic. It just keeps getting worse each time I come here.
You know, one of the best ways to understand the city's traffic and urban mobility challenge is to perhaps take a ride in one of our BMTC buses.
So how about we stop on one of the bus stops and get into a bus?
Sure, we will. So Rahul, one of the BMTC buses, please come. Anna, namaskara. Chennagidira? ಏನು ಹೆಸರು? ಕೃಷ್ಣೇಗೌಡ್ರೆ. ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. It's been almost 2-3 years now, Rahul, that I've carried any cash at all.
Don't carry any cash.
To be very honest, it's only when I come to Delhi that, you know, in some places there is need for cash. But even that has greatly, you know, reduced now.
How has it been for you to be a member of parliament?
It's been a
You are the
great,
youngest MP?
From the BJP, yes. So it's been a great, you know, learning experience. The very fact that, you know, I get to represent a constituency of this kind, which is India's growth engine, is itself a very big
Who's your
responsibility.
closest friend in parliament?
Well, there are many seniors, you know, who mentor me among the seniors. But among the younger ones, I have friends across parties. Pratap Simha from Mysore, one of the young dynamic MPs from Bangalore. Mysore is one of my closest friends. From Andhra, there is another friend, Krishna Deva Rayulu. Then from Darjeeling, Raju Bista, he is also our...
In the Congress, who's your friend?
Well, in the Congress, I think I have had a lot of interactions with Karthi Chidambaram. He and I share the same birthday, actually.
Raghav's just getting married, huh? So you're thinking about settling down, or how do you...
Well, my mother is very keen that I get married soon, so let's see, maybe after the elections or something. Raghav in that sense is lucky, so he's more charming as well.
Ah, interesting. You know, but when I go to a city like Ahmedabad, Surat, Delhi, I see the traffic situation getting better. You know, bigger flyovers. Here, the infrastructure is not growing at the same rate as the traffic and the vehicles. Our netas are not being able to keep up.
You have highlighted the problem very aptly, in the sense that the economic pace of growth of Bangalore is much higher than the infrastructure pace of Bangalore. This was the case until very recently. I'll give a case in point. The suburban rail project was pending for 40 years. And this project, if it had materialized and fructified at the right time, would have greatly helped reduce and decongest the city. But now, thanks to the Prime Minister's intervention, what hasn't happened in 40 years is getting done in 40 months.
Should we also get off?
Sure.
Let's
We've
go.
reached our stop. So the STRR is another project which is now you know, getting implemented, and by the end of this very year, 50% of the STRR work of 2 phases will be thrown open for public use. In 2014, Rahul, the connectivity of metro in Bengaluru was a paltry 7 kilometers, and today it is 70 kilometers. By the end of next year, it is going to be 100 kilometers. So, you know, the pace of metro construction is the highest right now. As you see, all of these pillars are the metro 2A and 2B, you know, phase. So, by end of next year, Rahul, this is the central Silk Board junction, known for its notorious traffic jam. By next year, Rahul, when hopefully we do one more episode of Jab We Met next year around this time, you will be able to go to Bengaluru International Airport right from here, and you will be able to reach the airport in 30-35 minutes flat.
By metro.
By metro. A long pending demand from citizens of Bengaluru was to introduce or institutionalize an authority, the Bengaluru Metropolitan Land Transport Authority, which is going to coordinate all the activities of these different urban mobility parastatals. So the Bommai government passed the BMLTA Act, and today there is going to be an authority in the city which is going to not only plan the city's urban mobility, but is also going to help understand the future demand of the city's traffic. Rahul, your trip to Bengaluru will be incomplete if you do not savor our very famous masala dosa at MTR. Let me treat you for a breakfast.
So we've come to the Mavli Tiffin Rooms.
Yes, Mavalli Tiffin Rooms. It's called MTR. It's one of the oldest, most popular breakfast joint of
You
old
come here
Bengaluru.
often?
I try to, because you get the best dosas and idli here. Namaskara. Sir, ಹೇಗಿದ್ದೀರಿ? Rahul
Namaskara.
is one of the key persons of this establishment. ಸರ್ ಏನೇನೆಲ್ಲ ಫೇಮಸ್ ಇದೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಒಂದು ಚೂರು ಚೂರು ಕೊಡಿ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ತಿನ್ಸೋಣ ಇವರಿಗೆ ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆಗೆ.
So what is most famous over here? Rava idli and masala dosa. Okay, so that's what we'll order then. But this is also largely BJP bastion. Which are
What can I
BJP
do if
strong.
everything is a BJP bastion in Bangalore? It's not my fault.
People in Bengaluru usually don't go out to vote. There's a lot of apathy over here. You know, they say everything but nobody comes.
Mainly because here North Indian population is more and they are not interested in local politics.
Is there enthusiasm this time in the election or you think it's a bit thanda, flat?
I think so. There is enthusiasm in this time because it's a very important election. So.
See, very smartly I see you're also campaigning simultaneously, huh? Not just shooting but using it as an opportunity to do a little bit of campaigning.
I keep coming to MTR everywhere.
Can we join you guys? You're okay, right? You all like politics or don't like politics? Like? Love politics? I thought most young people don't like politics.
No, I don't think if you, at the end of the day, if you want to bring a change in the particular society, right, you need to get into politics, I believe.
You want to get into politics yourself?
Of course.
For which party?
For me, it depends not on the party but on the ideology. And my ideology is pretty clear, it's Hindutva.
So what are we ordering?
The best here, Rahul, is their rava idli and their masala dosa. So I hope you're not those who eats dosa with a spoon and fork.
No. Nobody eats dosa with a spoon and a fork. You're just giving North Indians a bad name for no reason.
No, see, I never said North Indians. Why are you like the Congress trying to bring North-South divide everywhere?
This looks like a dessert.
This is called Chandrahara.
Why are you bringing dessert before you bring me breakfast?
Yes,
What is?
Karana,
Why are we having sweet before breakfast?
So the idea is that the coffee comes at the end.
Okay.
So you will not be able to enjoy the coffee taste if you eat sweet along with the coffee. So the dessert comes first, then you eat the breakfast, then you end it with a strong filter coffee. So that's the three course.
Are you careful about what you eat or is it very difficult to be careful given what you do?
I love sweets.
All
I'm a
BJP
big
walas
foodie.
have a sweet tooth.
We are sweet people. Bengaluru South actually, Rahul, is a foodie's paradise. It's finally here. You know, you get more hungry when you sit at the table waiting for food. This is rave idli. So during the World War, there was a restriction on the import of rice. So then Mr. Mayhem, who is the founder of this restaurant, he tried to make idli using rava, and that's how the rave idli was born.
Delicious, so soft. So what does Tejasvi Surya do when he's not doing politics?
Well, I try to do some running and cycling. I try to read. I try to catch up with my friends. So
How's your equation with your friends changed after you became a politician?
the only change is that I'm not able to spend a lot of time as much as I used to earlier. But otherwise, everything else is the same.
Do they treat you differently now that you're a big shot?
Oh, I'm not any big shot, Rahul. I am a very simple Bangalore boy, and I will continue to remain the same way.
What excites you more?
National politics is something that interests me more. But like I said, politics is one profession where there is more variables than constants, more things out of your control than your control. So I think there needs to be a great sense of equanimity in the way you approach politics.
Are you disappointed with just the kind of cast of characters in the BJP? The fact that so many of them are imports, contractors, other party fellows, so there's very little commitment to ideology. Just whoever can win, whoever's got money seems to be coming in.
Rahul, I am coming from Baindu constituency in the coastal Karnataka region. I came back only yesterday. Our candidate there is one Mr. Gururaj Gantihole. Even to this day, he walks without wearing slippers.
That might be an exception.
No, I'm saying that these are stories that need to be
Half
celebrated.
the Karnataka politicians are contractors, businessmen, and cutting across party lines, no ideology. Are you surprised that the Congress is running as good a campaign as they are?
Well, the Congress is fighting for its survival, and the only place where they have some kind of a presence here is in Karnataka. So they naturally want to milk Karnataka to fuel their national ambitions and their revival again.
If they win Karnataka,
it's going to be an
they'll
ATM.
have
Karnataka is going to be an ATM for the Congress party. And my question to the Congress is, if you have so much of evidence that this is a 40% government, this is a corrupt government, why have you in the last 5 years not gone to the police? Why have you not gone to the Lokayukta? Why have you not gone to the high courts? Why have you not filed a PCR? Are all institutions dead? Not a shred of evidence, not a single charge sheet, not a single FIR.
But the campaign stuck. Like you speak to people on the road, even they know of PCM, right?
Yes, so that is not going to be. It's a campaign. A movie can be popular. It doesn't mean that it is going to reflect in votes.
Because the big difference is in 2018, you were asking to come to power, promising a double engine. Now people have already seen what a double engine in Karnataka looks like.
Is why they are going to vote us again.
Well, we'll see what the voters of Karnataka want on the 10th of May. You've treated us to some delicious breakfast and enjoyed spending the morning with you. Tejasvi, we wish you all the best and may the best man, woman or party win.
Thank you so much for your advance congratulations,
and
Rahul.
All the best for your marriage.
Thank you.